How you doing, fam? Jeff here, and today we are doing another Ships of Lost Lore with me, your host, Jeff, aka Talon. And this one is inspired by, I think it was a Reddit post where it asked in Star Wars, not including the Millennium Falcon, what freighter would be your go-to ship? And I was like, well, no offense to Millennium Falcon, I love the ship, but it's not the ship for me because it is a bucket of bolts and it tends to be falling apart at any given time. Thank you. No, yes, I realize it has a really fast hyperdrive, but no. I also don't want the Outrider, much as I like the YT-2400. No, I also don't want the Jade Saber, the Jade Shadow, the Jade Flyer, Jade anything, really. Great ships, but I don't want a second-hand hand-me-down. Also don't want the Lady Luck, the Wild Card. Y'all get the point. Stinger, I don't want any of those ships. Why? Because it just doesn't fit me. Now, what ship would I want? Drumroll, please. Dun, dun, dun! YB929 freighter designed by Corellian Engineering Corporation. Now, I will be 110% fair. This ship is ugly. Ugly as sin. It is quite literally a flying brick with some appendages. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the ship that I want is quite literally an ugly ass flying brick with wings. Well, just look at it. Ugly as hell. But it's also one of the most badass ships, especially for in the freighter class, that you can find. And I will explain. Now, the ship comes standard, if I remember correctly, a Class 1 hyperdrive and a backup Class 10. So it's not like the most blazing fast like the Outrider or Jade Shadow or the Falcon, but it's still just as fast as a Venator. A Class 1 is highly respectable. Could you upgrade it? Absolutely. Would I? Probably not. Class 1's good enough for me. Now, how much cargo can it carry? I think, if I remember correctly, about 150 metric tons, which puts it at more cargo carrying capacity than the YT-1300 or the 2400. By a good amount. So it carries a decent amount of freight. Now, why would I pick this? It comes with all the standard sensors, communication suite, living habitation, all the standard stuff you would expect to find on a freighter. Now, what for me sets this freighter apart? Well, ladies and gentlemen, and may I just add, this comes stock, out the gate firepower. And this ship has it in spades. And when I mean it has a lot of firepower, I would dare say the firepower on this ship is ludicrously good. So, now that I've sat there, let's start with the stubby wings. It comes not with one, not with two, 6, count them, 6 laser cannons, just as good as the X-Wings. 6 laser cannons on them little stubby Outrider wings. I know they're ugly as hell, but the amount of firepower they carry, I'll take it. Oh, and these little stubby ass wings, they rotate. They don't go out, but they rotate front to back, up to down. So you pretty much have 180-degree coverage front to back with 6 laser cannons. Chef's kiss. That's just some firepower right there. But wait, there's more. In the 2 shoulders, those 2 little appendages you see out there, yeah, those are a pair of double light turbo laser cannons. Yes, this freighter has light turbo laser cannons on it, in addition to the 6 laser cannons. But wait! There's more! In the chin, down at the bottom, you can see it right there. Pair of ion cannons. Yes, this thing can actually disable other things. So while this ship is really good because the original intent of this freighter was for freighter cannons to have enough firepower to tell a pirate, poof, be gone! It can also actually double as a pirate ship, too. And these ships were used by solo captains. They were also used as guard ships for convoys to basically tell a pirate captain, poof, be gone. But But wait! On the firepower angle, there's more! The ship also has 4 concussion missile launchers, 2 to the front, 2 to the back, and I think, if I remember correctly, a magazine of 16 missiles. Can we say, for the amount of freight this thing can carry, it is ludicrously overgunned? This sucker has so much firepower, it tells a Gazanti-class cruiser, piss off, you're beneath me. And even to an Arcotin would look at this and go, Jesus Christ! Are we sure we want to do this? And a squadron of TIEs would be like, yeah, this may not be a good idea, fellas. This may not be a good idea for us. Now, when CEC envisioned this ship, it was envisioned, as I said before, because there, in the time of the Empire when this ship was designed and built, there was a lot of banditry and pirates on the Outer Rim that the Empire hadn't stamped out. And cargo pilots were few and far between who wanted to brave that. So CEC basically came up with a solution no one asked for and said, hey, for all you cargo freighter pilots who want to go out in the Outer Rim, here's probably one of the most overgunned, well-protected freighters that actually carries a decent amount of freight that we can make for you. Enjoy. Yeah, the minute CEC started producing these things, in pretty much half the systems in the Empire, this ship was deemed illegal. Mostly in the mid-rim and core worlds, and in some of the Outer Rim. This ship was illegal off the bat because of how much firepower it had. And as I stated before in my other video, this ship would have been the almost perfect Rebel blockade runner. In fact, in Legend, some Rebel cells did actually use these freighters because of how good they were. They could put in, pretty much a good platoon of, Rebel troopers with all their equipment and comfortably take them wherever they needed to go while providing a lot of firepower to get them in and out of hot zone, or bring in equipment, run, Imperial blockades. This was a one-stop shop out the box. Granted, it was expensive. Like, the Millennium Falcon would sell for right around 50 to 100,000 credits, depending on condition, for a YT-1300. This out the gate ran you $250,000 just because of firepower. But as far as I'm concerned, it's $250,000 credits well freaking spent. So anyways, that's the video for today for Ships of Lost Lore. This is the one ship, if I was going to be a freighter captain, if I could swing it, would be the one ship I'd own. Ugly as hell. But damn if anybody wants to come mess with me, because short of a heavy cruiser, I'm about to blow your ass out the sky and make it look easy. So, I'm Talon. I hope you all have a nice night or a nice morning or whatever the heck you watch this video, and I'll see you in the Hyperlands.